Ukrainian FPV drones attacked 7 units of Russian equipment in the Kramatorsk sector. The company's FPV drones were involved in destroying enemy vehicles, some of which were abandoned during the failed assault. The destroyed vehicles include 2 tanks, 2 infantry fighting vehicles, 2 armored personnel carriers, and 1 BTS-4 armored tractor. The destruction of 1 infantry fighting vehicle and a tank took place thanks to a drone with a drop system while they were in motion. The operator managed to make the drop in time, which led to damage to the equipment, after which the vehicle's destruction started. It should be noted that sometimes the Ukrainian Defense Forces make attempts to evacuate enemy equipment for use in their units. However, such operations are complicated by the fact that, in most cases, the equipment is located in a gray zone. At the same time, the enemy is actively observing, and in the event of such attempts, it can open fire. The units of the Pomsta Brigade, which are part of the State Border Guard Service of Ukraine, are defending positions in the Kramatorsk sector, where they are holding back the enemy's constant attempts to advance. The enemy also attempted an assault, which ended unsuccessfully. During the assault, he lost 3 units of military equipment. At the time of its destruction, the enemy vehicles had already been damaged and abandoned after an unsuccessful assault attempt. The first vehicle to be destroyed by the Phoenix Company pilots was a T-62M tank that hit a mine and lost a track on its right side. Russian troops attempted an assault on Ukrainian positions near Chasiv Yar using armored vehicles and motorcycles. But soldiers of the 24th Mechanized Brigade, supported by friendly units, stopped the advance, destroying enemy vehicles. In the area of responsibility of the 24th Separate Mechanized Brigade, named after King Danilo, Russian forces attempted to break through Ukrainian defensive positions using airborne fighting vehicle, BMD, a TGR armored vehicle, and motorcycles. The brigade released footage of the battle on May 25th, showing the enemy assault in real time. Thanks to the efforts of the brigade's Royal Warriors and supporting units, the enemy attack was repelled. Several Russian vehicles were destroyed while advancing. Destroyed, a BMD with infantry, a Tiger armored vehicle, and 6 assault troops on motorcycles. The defense of Chasiv Yar continues, the brigade reported. Earlier, that Ukraine's defense intelligence eliminated 4 Russian officers from the notorious Akhmat unit in a 2-stage explosion. The initial blast was followed by a secondary detonation triggered by the detonation of the unit's own ammunition. Additionally, a special unit within Ukraine's defense intelligence has destroyed Russian ships, vessels, aircraft, and helicopters worth over $500 million using Magura maritime drones. The unit is now deploying the upgraded Magura VC-7, featuring expanded capabilities for continued operations. A strike was conducted along the Verkhny Tokmak-Molokhansk-Fedorivka railway line, significantly undermining Russian occupiers' military potential. On May 24th, Ukrainian Defense Intelligence drone operators destroyed a fuel train headed for Russian troops. The attack took place along the Verkhny Tokmak-Molokhansk-Fedorivka railway line, on the territory of the temporarily occupied Zaporizhia region. The enemy used this railroad to bring fuel and other resources to their units. The strike occurred while the train was in motion. At least 3 fuel tanks were destroyed, dealing a significant blow to the supply lines of Russian troops in the temporarily occupied areas of the Zaporizhzhia region. The train explosions significantly disrupted the occupiers' rail supply routes, complicating logistics and hindering the transfer of resources to the front line. According to Ukrainian intelligence, such strikes are becoming increasingly frequent and are intended to paralyze the enemy's military logistics. It is also noted that damage to railway infrastructure hinders the rapid deployment and support of occupation forces in the Zaporizhzhia region and Crimea. The defense forces of Ukraine have deployed a Sting interceptor drone to combat Russian-Iranian Shahed-type strike drones. A video of the interceptor being used was published by the Ukrainian Wild Hornets group. This video is the first publicly known video of an interceptor drone targeting Shahed. The footage, captured with a thermal imaging camera, appears to show the drone hitting the Shahed from below. The video quality is sufficient to confirm the target was an actual Shahed rather than a Gerber decoy, based on the aircraft's distinct wingtips and pitot tubes. The Sting interceptor, first reported in development in October 2024, is intended as a low-cost alternative to anti-aircraft missiles, which are often used to shoot down Shahed drones. The quadcopter-style drone can reportedly reach speeds over 160 kilometers per hour and altitudes of around 3,000 meters. Its dome-shaped central section houses a warhead and thermal camera, and it is manually piloted using VR goggles. According to the developers, Sting will eventually be equipped with an AI-assisted targeting system. A representative of Wild Hornets said the cost of a Sting drone was tens of times lower than that of a Shahed, having allowed for more efficient use of resources. The Dark Node Unmanned Systems Forces Unit, part of Ukraine's 412th Separate Unmanned Aerial Vehicle Regiment, Nemesis, has already used interceptor drones to shoot down 100 Shahed and Garand drones.